Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, now again this is the unique problem, although it is based on sequencing, but it is not exactly the sequencing, because in sequencing we get a 2 machine problem or a 3 machine problem. There is nothing like 2 machines or 3 machines in this case. It is purely only 1 machine now. Now how to decide the sequence and what do you mean by first of all mean flow time? पहले हम समझ लेते हैं क्वेश्चन पढ़ के कि क्या पूछा है और फिर हम उसका मीन फ्लो टाइम का मीनिंग समझ लेंगे. The processing time in hours for the 5 jobs of a single machine scheduling is given. Find the optimal sequence. So we want to find out the optimal sequence which will minimize the mean flow time and find the mean flow time. That is the first part of the question. Second part, determine the sequence which will minimize the weighted mean flow time and also find the weighted mean flow time. That's the second part. So we'll first work out the first part and then we'll work on the second part. Before jumping to the solution, what do you mean by mean flow time? Mean flow time is the total time for which your job or your process is in waiting to get completed. So imagine I introduce the material at the 11th minute in the process, but क्योंकि वो मशीन फ्री नहीं था, मशीन फ्री होने के बाद इस मटेरियल का प्रोसेसिंग होके ये मटेरियल फिनिश प्रोडक्ट बन के आया आफ्टर 20 minutes. That 20 minutes will be called as the mean flow time. The time at which a product enters a particular process and the time at which the material gets processed and it comes out of that process, that time gap is called as mean flow time. We'll work out the same thing now. Before that we need to decide the sequence. Now they haven't given us any method or any criteria on what basis we have to decide the sequence. There are many methods. The most popular method is the shortest processing time method. जिस जॉब को सबसे कम टाइम लगेगा हम सबसे पहले उसी को करेंगे. By nature we are human beings and so we will always look at the ease of doing the work and we will always perform those work at the start which are more easy or which can be done more quickly and in short possible time. And this is what I'm doing here right now. I got job number 1 2 3 4 5 and I got the processing time. मैं सबसे पहले उसी जॉब को सिलेक्ट करूंगा जिसका प्रोसेसिंग टाइम सबसे कम है. Now I'll decide the sequence based on shortest processing time. मेरा सबसे कम प्रोसेसिंग टाइम है जॉब 2 का 8 hours. तो सबसे पहले आएगा आपका जॉब नंबर 2. Then next is job 3 10 hours. Second will be job 3. Next will be job 5 16 hours. Job 5. Next will be job 4 28 hours. Job 4. And then last will be job 1 which takes the maximum time. Now once I decide the sequence, I will find out the mean flow time. We'll first write the explanation. What is mean flow time? Mean flow time is the time spent by a job in the process. The difference between arrival time and departure time of the job is nothing but the mean flow time. So mean flow time is the time spent by a job in the process, and the difference between arrival time and the departure time of the job is also called as the mean flow time. Now, how to calculate this mean flow time? We'll first calculate the cumulative time of each job. So हमारा sequence decide हो गया, job 2, job 3, job 5, job 4 and job 1. We'll note down the processing time for job 2 is 8 hours, for job 3 it is 10 hours, for job 5 it is 16, job 4 28 and job 1 30. Next will be my cumulative processing time, which will indicate for how much time the job spent on the process. The first job was job number 2, so it spent 8 minutes. Job 3 spent 8 minutes plus 10 minutes का processing, 18 minutes. Job 5 18 minutes के लिए waiting में था और 16 मिनट उसका processing में लग गया, 34. Job 4 34 minutes waiting में था, उसके बाद उसका नंबर आया 34 plus 28. Last will be, अब मैं निकालूंगा मेरा mean flow time. My mean flow time will be the total of the cumulative processing time, that is 8 plus 18 plus 34 plus 62 plus 92 divided by number of jobs, that is 5. So this comes to 8 plus 18 plus 34 plus 62 plus 92 divided by 5, which comes to 42.8 hours. This will be called as the simple mean or the normal mean. That is the average time spent by a job in the whole process is 42.8 hours. Now the second part, they have asked us to calculate the weighted average mean flow time. In case of weighted mean flow time, first we'll calculate the weighted processing time और उसके बेस पे फिर से अपना नया सीक्वेंस डिसाइड होगा, बिकॉज ये वेटेड है, ये सिंपल एवरेज है, सिंपल मीन नहीं है. Now how to do the weights here is to divide, that is 30 divided by 1. So you divide by the weights to get the weighted time. In second case it will be 8 divided by 2. The third case it will be 10 divided by 1. The next case it will be 28 divided by 2. In last case it will be 16 divided by 3. Now this weighted processing time is calculated only just to decide the sequence based on this weighted processing time. Once that is done, we'll again jump to our normal time. So my sequence based on weighted processing time is, I think the lowest in this case will be job 2. Weighted processing time सबसे कम job 2 का होगा. So job 2 सबसे पहले आएगा. Once job 2 is done, then it is job 3. So it will be job 5. Next job 3, then job 4, and last will be job 1. So we have shuffled the numbers because of the weights और हमारा सीक्वेंस भी चेंज हो गया और अब सीक्वेंस चेंज होगा तो हमारा वेटेड मीन फ्लो टाइम भी चेंज हो जाएगा. The last part will calculate the weighted mean flow time. In this case, what I'll do is I'll just use the cumulative as the base. That will be much better because I don't want to go against the solution of the study material. The institute normally provides us the marks, and so if you don't follow their solution, they might not give the marks to our solution, and that's why I'm just following their method. What we'll do is I will take cumulative time, so it will be 8, 8 plus 16, 24, 24 plus 10, 34, 34 plus 28, 62, and 62 plus 30, 92. And now we'll multiply this to get the weighted time, which will be 8 into 2, 16, 24 into 3, 72, 34 into 1, 34, 62 into 2, 124, and 92 into 1, 92. Now once I got this weighted time, I will use this to calculate the weighted mean flow time. Last part. What we are going to do here, I will simply add 16 plus 72 plus 34 plus 124 plus 92, and I will divide this by the total weights. 16 plus 72 plus 34 plus 124 plus 92 divided by my weights are 2 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1, which comes to 16 plus 72 plus 34 plus 124 plus 92 comes to 338 divided by 2, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 divided by 9, which comes to 37.55 hours, which is approximately 37.56 hours. So this will be my weighted mean flow time. And the problem was very unique. आपको इसमें इन्हीं का मेथड फॉलो करना है. As far as possible, stick to their solution. Don't try to get your solution. Many of the writers, many of the authors, many of the professors, they try to put their own perspective and they try to make assumptions. But at the end of the day, you should never go against the study material of the institute. They are the people who are going to give us the marks, and so it's always better to follow their solution. So first we divided by weights to get the weighted processing time, and that was used purely to calculate or to just decide the sequence. And once the sequence was decided, we again used cumulative weights to find out the weighted mean flow time. Thanks for watching this video. Do subscribe to our channel Ekeeda.